Hello. Let's see, it is 12:25 a.m. here in the coal mine region, Pennsylvania, United States. So I have a new little dish mold that I wanted to unmold. And I used I believe I used some of the primary elements in this. I forgot to write down the color I used, and I have so many colors here. It's not Lumaria. I think it might be the... Oh, I know what I used. I used the cherry wine color. I used the black cherry wine on this, and I only used a little bit of it. Hold on a second. Just give me 1 second here. I knew that was too easy. I knew something was missing here. I have to have my other camera going. So sorry about that. Get the light on here. Okay. So this is the Rezin Art Luster Pigment Black Cherry Wine. And let's see. I used the EpoxAcast690. I think I forgot to put the number on the title. I'll fix that when I'm done. And this is a 24-hour epoxy, and it's been just about 24 hours. But I needed to get them out because I have to get some sleep. I have baseball in the morning with my granddaughter. I love that. I really like that. So that is a new dish mold that will be listed on the website in the next few days. I just have to sand that part down just a little bit. Now, I think I'm going to say I added some of the gold mica mineral sparkle to this. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. I received a big shipment from ColourArte yesterday, and I'm still in amazement at how incredible these colors are. Yes. Bling It Gold Sparkle. I put a teensy little bit of that in here. And at first I tried a little bit of the gold pearl and realized it wasn't the sparkle one that I wanted. So you see, when you cast in these molds, anything you put in that has a mica is all going to come to the top because it casts like this. So everything that's has any weight to it, it's all going to fall forward. So this is super sparkly. And you see on the back, it's a little bit less. So keep that in mind when you're mixing. So I had mixed two colors. And I think that that is beautiful. I love it. I really, really love that one. And that color is super beautiful. I also had a little bit left over. And I was playing around. And I'm going to put a little drop of water in here. Don't put alcohol in your molds. I made that mistake when I was first learning how to work with them. So this should pop out. Oh, I'm surprised it hasn't popped up already. I'm not going to put alcohol in there because it eats the molds away. I see it wants to come out. There it goes. There we go. That is super beautiful. Again, that has a little bit of the sparkle in it. And it also has a tiny bit of the Belize blue, and it has some of the passion in there. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. I really like that. And I made a mess of my tissue paper. Okay, I had a lot of orders for the resin crystals. So I had a couple extra left over. I was doing a bunch of clears from my orders, and I decided to color the other two because if nobody wants the pink ones, I can use them in my geodes. And that's how I got started on all this mold making, was because crystals are so expensive, and I wanted to find another way for making my geodes because I am crazy about making geode art. I think that turned out pretty. Now this is a copy of the original 14-point B mold, which I actually have only done a couple special orders for someone recently, and only a few people have gotten these. I now sell the 12-point molds. These two crystals snapped off of the master mold. So these molds right here are my molds. And this was the original, what the original looked like. So I will be selling some of the resin castings of these, but I no longer have these two crystals on the master mold. So that one turned out beautiful. I love it. I have to keep my molds separate so I don't mix them up. And I did another pink one. So beautiful. So this was just a touch. I don't know that was the passion one. I think there was a pink one. It's not even plumeria, which one I used. I think it might be this one. Lotus flower. That's what I used. I used a little bit of the lotus flower on a popsicle stick. I mean, a tiny, tiny little bit. And it gave it this pink hue. So beautiful. The ColourArte colors are mesmerizing. And I really can't wait till after the holiday weekend's over. And I can play with them. So this is the mold that I sell now. This is the one everyone's been ordering. And this is the B mold. And that has the 12 points. So that's what the mold looks like that everyone's ordering now. Beautiful. Beautiful. Leslie's colors are breathtaking. So breathtaking. So amazing. Hello, Art Bicator. How are you? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I've got a little fly flying around in here today. It's warm outside and I had the doors open. I was power washing my porch and my front porch and the road out front where I pull my Harley up so there's no stones. And some flies got in and that fly just won't leave me alone. So some of these are the ones for my orders. I had a lot of orders for just the casted pieces. So I want to see if I can get this out. I might have to hold this closer to me to pull it out, which I do. It's much easier to get these resin pieces out than to get the originals off of the molds. I have such a hard time sometimes. They just need a little bit of cleanup. No big deal. So this is how they come out when I use my pressure pot and the EpoxAcast690. So these ones are sold. And you can find the order spot for these on my website, leecranchcreations.com. And I might sneeze in a second. And I just need to look at those. Yeah, okay. They come out real nice. There's another one. Yeah, so we're having nice weather now. We put 150 plants in our garden. My husband did most of that, the vegetable work. And I've been putting flats of flowers all over my yard. So this year it's kind of, he's doing the vegetables and I'm doing the flowers. That one turned out very beautiful. These clusters are 20. These are epoxy clusters. And they are 20 plus shipping. So this is the one that I sell now, the 12 point. And I am making a bunch of them up because I want to start getting back to doing my geode art. They're not actual geodes, but they're crystal art. I should just call it crystal art. But I'm thrilled. I really love using these. Let me see. This one, let me see. This should be a 12 point. This should come out fairly easy. Yeah. Okay. That's another 12 point. You see how crystal, wood, or clear they come out. When you use a pressure pot and the EpoxAcast690, absolutely amazing. Simply incredible. Now, everyone has some imperfections. I mean, nothing's perfect, but they certainly do come out beautiful. And I have one more to take out. Let me see. I try to do it in front of me, but it doesn't always work out. So this is actually more like, it's a 14 because it has the short piece. So this mold is my mold, and this one will be for me, but it's not one that I'm selling because it's different. And the original master doesn't have this on there. Now I can make resin. I can make the resin pieces for people. Not a problem. I can make them 14-point ones for people. These ones, I can cast them if people wanted them. But as far as the mold goes, it's harder to try to cast it and to come up with a perfect mold. I do the best that I can now. Like I said, there was a special order for someone recently, and so I went the extra mile and I created them for them again. There's a lot to be said for using a pressure pot. Now, my molds are casted in a pressure pot, so therefore I can cast the resin in a pressure pot. If this was just a regular mold that someone made and they didn't use a pressure pot, and I tried to then cast with resin or epoxy in that mold and put that in a pressure pot, the mold would come out with all kinds of pimples all over it, because even if they say, oh, this doesn't have air bubbles in it when it just sits without a pressure pot, that's not true. When you cast them in a pressure pot, they are solid molds. And any test will show you that you will get pimples all over your mold if you don't do it in a pressure pot and then you cast in a pressure pot. So I take both steps, and I take the extra steps and the risk. There's a little bit of risk involved. It's, pressure pot's a little dangerous to use if you don't know what you're doing, or so a part would wear out on it. Like it, there is a little risk there. So, I love the results. I can't wait to get back to making my beautiful crystal and resin art. I'll show you a piece that I made just because I'm so crazy about it. I'm going to have to part with this next week. My mom comes back from her vacation with another family member, and I have to give this up. But so this is an 8x10. I had to lift my camera way up. So this is an 8x10 geode. I call it a geode. art, but I should just start calling them crystal art. So you see, I've got the big cluster that I make. I have the mold for this that I sell, the big cluster. Someone bought the this one of a kind mold, so I don't actually have that one anymore. But this is, this is what it looks like. Putting a big piece on there. So I do take commissions for making these types of beautiful art. But this one is a gift to my mom. This is for her bathroom. Perfect colors for her beautiful bathroom. So this is why I started making the clusters, designing the clusters and making the molds, was for this purpose. Because real crystals are too heavy to be putting on canvas. Real crystals, it runs into money when you do a lot of art pieces. And I do quite a bit of them. So for me, it was something that I did, and I've been doing it for several months now, and I've just been filling so many orders for people on the resin crystals and selling the molds. So it turned into something wonderful, and I just actually registered my LLC so that I can pay my taxes now. So I appreciate everyone's help, and if you see this video and you would like to have a piece of art like this made for you, you can contact me in the comments or at leecranchcreations@gmail.com. You can send me email from my website, leecranchcreations.com. And don't be afraid to ask questions or say what you need to say. Okay, so I must have kicked the plug on my computer. It's telling me it's going to shut off. So I'm going to finish the video because that's the purpose of the video, was to unmold some crystals. And let's put that camera back down. I'm looking at my junk on my desk. And this is the new dish that's going to get listed up. I think I have about 34, 35 silicone molds now for sale on the website. Different types, dishes, trinket boxes, the crystal ashtray. I sell the resin crystal ashtray. I'm not selling that mold because that mold would be phenomenally expensive. That's a true work of art. But the ashtrays are pretty much on special right now. So if you check out the crystal point ashtrays that I made, that's pretty cool. And you could purchase any of these kind of crystals. And if you have seen something but you don't see it on the website and you would like it, give me a holla. Give me a shout. Oh, I have one more. I hope my computer don't run out. What did I do with the other mold I had? Oh, it's hiding back here. Oh. All right. Hopefully this won't turn off on me. I don't know. I must have hit the plug or something when I took the power washer out. So this is another mold that I have. It's a little diamond mold. It's a gem diamond mold. I can't wait to try to use that in some type of art. So I have that one. I really love that. And then my amethyst tip mold. This mold didn't come out 100% for me, so I'm just going to keep it. But it's a real short one. So it ended up being I trimmed it too much. I just trimmed it too much and I can't sell it. So, but I can use that because that would sit beautiful flat on a piece of art. So, yeah, I have a big one of these that I need to make again. I forgot that I had casted it, and it's a big piece of tips. So I have to get cast in that again so I can put that up for sale. I know the ladies and gentlemen are going to love that for their art. So, yeah, check out my website. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Feel free to share. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and I have the website, and I appreciate all your support. I've been being supported by amazing ladies, and for the Pay It Forward 2019, please check out Frost Art, Frost Artist for Life, number 4, and then the word life. Frost Artist number 4, and then life. I believe Joanne Jarvis might have a page, Tammy Anderson Art, Monica Barnes Art, Lori McDonald, Deborah Stratchen, and Leslie Ohnstad from ColourArte. And so pretty much people that have showed me support, that's what I have on my list right there. So that's why I'm saying so many, because I don't want to forget any of them. And I should end this before my my feed shuts off. So have a great day. Have a great evening. Rock on, and definitely check out these ColourArte pigments. Oh my goodness. My life will never be the same again. All right. Make something beautiful. Rock on, people. Ciao.